It's an Eastern Conference battle at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee as the Bucks look to work the home court advantage. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg by my side to get going for the NBA on 2K Sports. Brought to you by T-Mobile, the starting lineup for Doc Rivers and Scott Skiles. Now let's check out the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. And as you take a look at Boston, what's the key against the Bucks?
Well, the big thing here is you can't get caught ball watching, or ball gawking, as I like to call it. You got to know where your man is at all times. They were one of the top assist teams in the league last season because they spread the ball unselfishly, looking to make the extra pass every possession.
And Clark, since we're talking about the keys, how about Milwaukee? What will be the key for them?
And one of the key contributors for them will be Michael Redd, a terrific three-point shooter and a high-volume scorer.
Does he have any range at all in his shots?
Oh, unbelievable range. In the gym range is what I call it, Kevin. He can hurt you from anywhere.
Rondo with the ball, following the Bucks' three-point attempt. Garnett, the screen. Off the pick. Shot, no good. And the Bucks going the other way right now. To Red. Gets in close. Scores the opening field goal.
Nice feed inside. Sets his teammate up for the easy deuce.
Garnett, the screen. Off the screen, dumps it down with one hand.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
And here are the Bucks now. Red kisses it off the glass and in.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
Rondo with it. Here's Pierce from short range. Count it, and the foul. It's on Amute. A lot of talk about where Paul Pierce places himself in the fabric of the Boston Celtics, that rich history.
Yeah.
Is he one of the 5 greatest Celtics ever?
In my opinion, yes, no doubt. He's got a championship ring. He's been he's been a significant, integral part of a championship team. And throughout his career, at some point you have to value what players have done individually. I know titles make a difference in evaluating players, but when a guy produces at the level that Paul Pierce has produced at, then he clearly has a place amongst the all-time greats, even in the storied history of the Boston Celtics when you look at his career numbers.
And here is Red. 5 on the shot clock.
Little man went up against the big timber and came down with the orange.
Rondo. Now Allen. With 1 on the clock. And Garnett misses. On defense, Boston. Michael Redd is on the wing. Here's Ridnour. Drains the easy jumper.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot. He's extremely deadly from there.
Allen. Kept alive. Here's Rondo, hammered, and he'll go to the line. Rajon Rondo is a Kentucky All-Southeastern Conference guard, comes to the NBA, picked by Phoenix, goes to Boston. Now he's with all these great players, including Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. Think of the pressure that guy had on him when he was given the keys to that offense as a starting point guard.
I don't think of it as much from a pressure standpoint as an opportunity. Because those guys are all pros. Clearly they wanted to win a championship, and there was an expectation that they would because you had Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce together. But I think for that young player, it did a lot for his confidence to be able to step in and be part of a championship team that early in his career. So I don't think he looked at it as pressure. I think he looked at it as a wonderful opportunity to play with three of the greatest players that have played in the last couple of decades in the NBA.
And the Garnetts, the Allens, the Pierces, they want him to be vocal. They have said, yell at us, tell us where to be. You're our leader out here.
Well, it's one thing to say it. It's a whole other thing to get Rondo to do it on a regular basis. Those guys have about 33, 34 years of NBA experience between them. So he's grown into it nicely, though, and I think his confidence just continues to grow.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And here are the Bucks now. They trail by 1. Here's Bell, makes the long-distance connection. Boston trailing. Rondo with the ball. Garnett inside. Bogut on him. From inside, and the shot is good from Garnett.
Kevin, this guy keeps constant pressure on the defense whenever he has the ball. He's a good decision maker, he can score it, and he's also a terrific passer. He seems to always make the right decision with the ball.
And here is Red to Warwick. Leads him with the pass. Bogut lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
Way to work it inside to get the high percentage look. Nice job there.
Here's Rondo, dumps it off, stolen by the Bucks.
He telegraphed it, and the defense was able to pick it off.
Red's shot is right there.
Well, Kevin, you know I've got to give some love to a fellow Buckeye. M. Red, Michael Red, the sweet shooting lefty from Columbus, Ohio, and the Ohio State University. Boy, he went down with injury late in the season for Milwaukee, and like Bogut, that hurts the Bucks because this guy is a classy performer, a leader, a lethal scorer, and a clutch shot maker. They missed all of that when he went down.
Now Allen, 1:41 left in the first. Pierce, guarded by Red. No good. And the Bucks going the other way right now. Here's Delfino. Misses everything with the triple. And here comes Ray Allen. To Pierce. Wallace a screen. Pierce. Misses with the D in his face.
No, sir. It ain't that easy, son. Especially with a top-notch defender breathing right down your neck.
To Delfino. Mba Amute was parked down low and got hit with the 3-second call. Here are the Celtics with the ball. 4-point game. Right wing. Wallace a screen. To the elbow. Launches it. Allen, that's good. And here is Red. 6 points for him. Here's Red. Drops it in on the layup. 8 points for him.
He's been a go-to guy for him here in the quarter, doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
Shot is off. The Bucks with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, what can you say? They played terrific offensive. If I had to point out an area for improvement, it would be on the offensive glass. They need somebody to get in there, mix it up, and come away with a few extra possessions.
It's the end of the first, and we have a shootout. The score still close, 15-12. And here we go, ready for some more good action in the second quarter. Cheryl Miller has something for us from a conversation with Scott Skiles. Cheryl?
Hey, Kev. He told me his point of emphasis was to keep his team aggressive on offense. He knows his team isn't going to get any easy baskets tonight against this defense and will have to be proactive when it comes to scoring points.
Yeah, this defense has really given teams headaches. We'll see if they can overcome it. Kept alive. To Davis. Wallace. He's guarded by Mbamute over Bogut. No good. And it's Milwaukee the other way. Here's Red. Trains it for 3. 11 points in the game.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
And here are the Celtics now. They trail by 6. Collected inside by Mbamute. To Delfino. In close. Connects from in close.
Kevin, they're fighting extremely hard right here. Bit by bit, just trying to pull away.
Garnett, the screen. House. No good. And the Bucks going the other way right now. The break is on. Red backs in. Here is Mbamute. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
Oh, an easy lay in there. The D cannot allow that to happen.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And the Bucks with some adjustments here. Rondo with it. About 4.5 minutes left in the half. To the paint. Here's Garnett. Buries the short-range jumper. He's got 6. You've watched a lot of Kevin Garnett. Is he the most intense NBA player you've ever seen?
I tell you what, he's right up there. I don't know if anybody has a more intense pregame mantra than KG does. I mean,
yes,
the way he goes up against the basket stanchion and support and makes all kind of machinations with his mouth and looks into the crowd and talks to himself before the jump ball. But he's been doing that since he came into the league. I mean, I knew Sam Mitchell was a teammate of his in Minnesota, and he said this young guy is something else. And that's been who he is and who he's been throughout his career. So I don't know if there's anybody that's ever been more intense in getting ready to play day in and day out than Kevin Garnett.
The Bucks will hold on to it.
10 seconds in the shot clock. 10.
And here is Red. 11 points in the game. Alexander from close range finishes with the soft touch. Rondo with it. Trailing here by 8.
You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
The shot by Pierce will not go.
They're showing a slight advantage on the boards in this one to this point, Kevin.
Here's Thomas. Laid in softly off the glass. And that slight advantage on the glass has helped them with the lead here.
Yeah, I expect that the team that grabs more rebounds, it's always one of the barometers in winning. Who controls the rebounding story? And if you out-rebound your opponent, typically you're going to have a chance to win.
And the Bucks with some adjustments here. Here's Pierce. Now Allen, defended by Bell. Here's Pierce. Off the mark with the 3 ball.
With nobody around, he can't get it to fall. Won't see that very often, folks.
Pierce covering. Lets loose for 3. Bell's shot is good.
That's a good look. Very nice look.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Wallace answers right back with a three of his own.
He can be dangerous from out there. As a matter of fact, he can be lethal. His first from the arc after having none in the first quarter. Keep an eye on him.
On defense, Boston, trailing by 10. Here's Ridnour, gently drops it in. Nice bucket by the 7-year veteran out of Oregon. Outright to Wallace. Allen, inside to Perkins. Here's House. The shot is off, and the Bucks going the other way right now. It's 2-on-1. Alexander to the high post. Tipped.
That's a mistake your team doesn't need.
The break is on. Pierce gets in close. Graceful finish.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And the Bucks with some adjustments here. And here are the Bucks now. 10-point lead. To Jennings. Shoots the three. Allen with the rebound. The Celtics can trim it to single digits. Right corner. The handoff to Allen. Got a hand on it. They couldn't beat the buzzer. That's a turnover. Here's Milwaukee now. It's off his leg, and it's whistled a kick. Milwaukee is just getting everything they want inside.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouling.
So it's Milwaukee now. It's a 10-point game. Got a piece of it. Here's Jennings. Misses the buzzer beater. The Bucks
have been red hot offensively.
Yeah, but we've still got 2 quarters to play. Anything can happen. And that concludes the first half. The score, 31-21. Let's go to the T-Mobile halftime report. All right, let's look at the team stats. The Bucks have benefited from their deep bench, and they've amassed a pretty substantial lead.
Well, if they continue to get that kind of production from their reserves, they'll be hard to handle.
It's been one outstanding game from Michael Redd. Wow.
To say the least, Kevin, he's been lighting up that scoreboard, and he's our top scorer.
All right, the second half should begin in just a moment. Rondo with it. Garnett, the screen. Pierce was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. So it's Milwaukee now. 10-point lead. To the wing. To Ridnour. Redd. Puts up the baby hook, and that is good. He's got 13.
I tell you what, poor defense can make an offensive player look unstoppable.
Now Garnett over Bogut. Can't hit, and it's Milwaukee the other way. Here's Ridnour. Knocks down the open jumper. Here comes Rajon Rondo. He's guarded by Mbamute. A fadeaway gets the bucket.
Talk about a difficult shot. The defender was breathing down his neck, so he faded away and lofted it over the top. Beautifully done.
Cheryl Miller has something for us from a conversation with Scott Skiles. Cheryl?
Hey, Kev, he said it could definitely be worse than having a nice lead going into the third quarter. He said the inside scoring has been fantastic and that once they get the ball in the paint, they can't be stopped. Not yet, anyway, unless the other team makes some adjustments. I'll keep you posted with any updates. Kev?
Thank you, Cheryl. Now a timeout called by Boston. And the Bucks with some adjustments here. Rondo with it. Rondo wasn't careful with his position. He gets nailed with the backcourt violation. We've seen Michael Redd really have a good game today.
He's really in the zone and is racking up the points in bunches.
He certainly has. He's getting all the looks he wants and is finishing his chances.
They need to do something to get him out of his rhythm before it's too late.
And here is Thomas. 15-point game. Over Allen. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett.
And after that first miss, they're 3 of 4. They're trying to run him out of the building right now.
Inside, gets the lay-in. 5 points in the game.
He's been getting after it offensively, but they're still trailing here. One guy can only do so much.
Redd hits the tray.
That makes it 4 for 5 to start the third. Really coming out of halftime looking to get a big jump on the opponent.
Rondo with the ball. Now Allen. Wallace a screen. Off the pick. From the paint. Lays it right in.
The defender couldn't get around the pick and his help didn't show up in time. Nice play for the layup right there.
And here are the Bucks now. It's a 14-point game. Here's Jennings, dumps it off. Jacks up the triple. It takes a bad bounce and goes out of bounds. The Bucks going with the new group. Rondo with the ball. 2:53 left in the third. Hangs in the air. Rondo gets the bucket.
The D was all over him, but they just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
So it's Milwaukee now, leading by 12. To Warwick. Five on the shot clock. Bogut dives for it. The Bucks are the last ones to touch it, and they'll turn it over. Milwaukee has just caught on fire and is really locked on from beyond the arc.
Everyone seems to be getting involved in the long-range shooting today, Kevin. I've seen teams shoot this well for a short stretch, but they've been on the mark the whole game.
It's rare to see a team shoot so well for so long, but they've been feeling it and letting it fly.
And so far, so good.
Rondo with the ball. Wallace. Rondo with it. Bogut on him.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field, and everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line, and they found a way to do it here in the second half.
And here is Redd. He's got 16. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jennings. It bounces out of bounds after the shot.
Celtics ball.
The Bucks going with a new group. And here are the Celtics now, trailing by 10. House to the right wing. 6 seconds to shoot. Wallace down low. Bogut on him. Pierce. Kept alive. The dump off to Wallace. To Pierce. Here's House. Can't cut the lead to single digits.
An outstanding pick there, and he still couldn't get the basket. Next time he gets a look that good, he's got to make it count.
On defense, Boston. It's a 10-point game. Here's Jennings. Scooped up. Bogut. Hook it off the offensive rebound. They take a 12-point lead.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To Allen. Here's Pierce. Count it. 9 points in the game so far.
He's been extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
Here's Jennings. Almost a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for two.
First team foul.
They get Eddie House.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
Jennings, shooting 2.
And he makes the first one. The Celtics changing it up. He gets them both. Rondo with it. Allen can't get the buzzer beater. We have just finished the third quarter, and it's a double-digit game. The score, 45-33. Michael Redd has played well. 16 points and 2 assists.
Well, Kevin, you don't expect anything less from a player with his ability. Big-time skills in a big-time game leads to a big-time performance. His team needs it, and that's exactly what he's given.
The fourth quarter about to get started here in what's been an entertaining game. Here we go, the start of the final quarter. We've seen a heck of a performance here, but there's always the chance of a comeback. Glad you stuck with us. And here are the Bucks now. At one point, they led by 16. He's got to push it. Alexander. He's against Garnett. 6 seconds to shoot. Here's Delfino. Can't get it to fall from downtown. And here comes Ray Allen. 5 points in the game. To Alexander. Baseline jumper. Ridden out. Leads the game in assists. A difficult situation for Boston. They trail by 14. Screen by Perkins. Perkins on top. Here's Allen. Kept alive. Perkins nails it from close range.
You have to block this guy out, Kevin. He's just too active on the boards to be left alone.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
I'm a legend, I'm the greatest, many try, but they couldn't fade me, know why? See, I be on my grind, let's see who first to the finish line. Take my time, and the victory will be mine. Back against the wall, I'm a baller, so I'm just balling. Say what up to Mr. Spalding when I'm in these streets crawling. Could be busting in New Orleans or nicking through New York. Man, it's so.
And the Bucks with some adjustments here. And here is Red. 16 points for him. Bogut down low. He's against Perkins. Here comes Rajon Rondo. Inside. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Michael Red.
Rondo, shooting one.
No good, and they don't get the three-point play. On offense here, the Bucks. 10-point lead. Warren, guarded by Garnett. The turnaround, Jay. And Pierce pulls it down. And here comes Ray Allen. He has 5. To Pierce, puts up the baby hook. Good. They have now scored 6 unanswered.
After a subpar first half, I like the way he's been much more aggressive here in the second, finding a way to hit his shot and get more shots.
And here are the Bucks now. 8-point game. The steal by Allen.
And you know, despite the number of turnovers, Kevin, they've still got the lead here.
Here's Garnett. The shot is off, and it's Milwaukee the other way. About 3.5 minutes left in the game. Mbamute. Here's Red on the mark with the triple. 19 points in the game. And it's not too often we see a team lead when they're playing like this.
No, you're right, Kevin. I mean, this is out of the norm. Turnovers are only one part of the game, though, an important part, but they've been able to overcome them in some other areas.
Absolutely. So it's Milwaukee now after the miss from Kevin Garnett. Now Mbamute lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack. They're in front, 52-39. They're really moving it around. One of your keys of the game, their great ball movement.
Great vision out there, Kevin, and it's been a pleasure to watch the way their offense flows. They're putting a lot of pressure on the D.
Allen, that's good.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
And here are the Bucks now. At one point, they led by 16. In the paint, Bogut lays it right in. Sweet touch by the 5th-year veteran out of Utah. Screen by Perkins. Open look, and Garnett misses.
They've really done a great job securing the rebounds, Kevin.
They got the advantage right now, Clark, +5. The Bucks with the turnover.
Celtics ball.
We've seen Michael Red really have a good game today.
This is just a magnificent shooting performance we're watching here. The other team has to feel helpless.
He is lights out from beyond the arc, and he shows no signs of slowing down. Clark, what do you do as a coach and try and slow down the shooting?
Well, Kevin, sometimes there's not much you can do other than challenging every shot, maybe throwing different defenders at him, but sometimes you just have to hope that he misses some shots.
And like we were saying, having more rebounds helps in so many ways.
Well, here with the lead, it's important that you eliminate second chance opportunities for your opponents and then get some of those yourself.
Cheryl Miller had a chance to catch up with Doc Rivers earlier. Let's hear what he had to say.
Thanks, Kev. He told his team that he wants them taking more shots from beyond the arc. He said, if you got a good look, fire it up. Don't be tentative. He's giving them the green light, Kevin.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
The Bucks should slow it down here and use some clock. Ridnow is called for charging, and that's his first foul of the game.
Great job by the defender that time. He got his feet set, stood his ground, and absorbed the contact.
Now Allen, 9 points in the game so far. Perkins backs him down. Here's Garnett. Fired short, but gets the kind roll and goes in. And you're right, Clark. He doesn't appear to be playing with any confidence.
Yeah, it's obvious, Kevin. I mean, he's a pro, but he certainly has been shaken a bit, and he knows that he has to try to move on and get to the next play and try to find his comfort zone.
It's tough to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, on the fly.
Yep. The Bucks giving up on the turnover. That's their 7th. Ridnour really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's really doing a great job of finding the open man, and he has his team working in harmony because of it. It's like he has a second set of eyes.
He is doing such a great job of distributing, Clark. How do you counteract that?
They need to put more pressure on the ball and to try to force him to give it up before he gets comfortable.
Rondo with it. He's got 6 from 11 feet away. Allen's shot is off.
Kevin, they've got the edge here in rebounding. They're doing a good job of blocking out and then pursuing the basketball. That's good fundamental action.
Now, Mbamute. He's covered by Rondo. From downtown. That's good. And Clark, as you were saying, with today's athletes, the difference usually does come down to good technique and certainly fundamentals.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin. Everybody in the NBA is an athlete, so you've got to take care of your business in a fundamental way, especially when it comes to rebounding.
So it's Milwaukee now, following the three-point attempt by Pierce. 13 feet out, and Mbamute can't get it to go. And here we go with Rajon Rondo.
Kevin, not much they can do right now. Time is not on their side.
Here's Allen. Cans it from in close.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
The Bucks walk away with a double-digit victory as they defeat the Celtics 57-47. In recognition of his stellar performance, Michael Redd is the Jordan Brand Player of the Game.
Yeah, Kevin, he was really stroking it. He shot the lights out, and there was just no one out on the floor who could stop him.
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.